Hey, today I'm playing Abrams and absolutely troll my early game, but through fundamentals end up being strong enough to 1v4 the enemy team. This game does start off a little bit slow, so, do bear with me on this one. It is still worth watching the early game, I promise, because you get to see the mistakes I make and also how easily this game could have been so much better if I had of actually executed on my mechanics a lot better. And you also get to see how I adapt my build to make up for that. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. But to start off early game, all we're going to do the first couple of waves is just play really safe. We don't really want to get into too many fights. We've taken our 3, which gives us just like sustain, it gives us resistance, and it's just good for the early game. Like all we want to do is we want to stay alive. We do have damage, but it comes from our melees. Our 1 doesn't do much damage early, and if we take our 2, it's been nerfed, so you can't like charge something into a wall and get an instant punch off. They can parry before you get your punch off. But what you want to do is you just want to sit back, you just want to farm, try to last hit stuff. If you can get pressure on the wave because the enemy's playing passive, then definitely like by all means play forward and punch the wave to push it in. And the first item we're going to get is melee lifesteal. I get a good opportunity to engage on her. I activate my 1 for the extra healing, but she parries, so I quickly swerve the melee punch so I don't hit that. So it is on a delay, so I could technically look to go aggressive here, but she's sitting really far back. It's probably back up by now. And again, I'm going a little forward here. All I want to do is just kind of get pressure and farm. I figured if I take a bit of damage, I can heal it, but I took a lot of damage there. I keep forgetting her ability, that like charged little like samurai dash thing that she does. Its hitbox is ridiculous. It hits you through walls all the time. It's so annoying to burn. I really wish they would change it. Same as Talon's like 1 ability. The amount of times I'm behind a wall and I get hit by that. You can see that I was just trying to lifesteal off the minions. So I was just trying to primary melee charge, get some healing out of that, but she ends up punishing for me that as well. And we get a good little engage here. I get some health back off of her. I even parry her, get her down to 1 HP. She's running. I should easy win this fight. Then I make the mistake of punching and she parries it and end up losing the fight for that. If you're ever in that situation where you've gotten the enemy down low, you have more health and you're guaranteed to win the fight, just shoot them. Do not punch. If they get a parry off on your melee, you're stunned for so long that they can get 2 punches off on you and easily turn the fight and kill you. And that's exactly what happened there. I made a huge misplay. That should have never happened. But we're going to go ahead and head back to lane. I don't have money to buy my next item, so I really need to catch these next 2 waves so that I can get money, or souls, I guess. And we're just shy of 1k. Ooh, we just barely get it from the chest as well. We're going to go ahead and pick up 2 items there. We got headshot and close quarters. Early game, we have a shotgun. It's kind of hard to miss the headshot when you're aiming at somebody, so the extra damage is nice, as well as the fact that we're going to be in close quarters, so having that will increase our melee, it'll increase our 1 and 2 abilities, and obviously our primary fire. That'll be really nice, because like our whole kit is just playing close quarters. I don't really have a lot of damage here. We need to just kind of chill for a little bit. Like still look to get a fight off if we can, but for the most part here, I would like to get more melee damage items. I miss my 2 ability there horribly. We don't really get punished for it. And again, you can see, I think to be fair, that time my shoulder was probably just barely sticking around the wall, but the hitbox on it is still insane. Kind of waiting for these minions to get a little closer. I would like to melee one of them to get some health. Trying to bait out her parry just then. Yeah, she's not really doing a whole lot. Like she's just looking to poke with 1. She's sitting really far back. He's not paying attention here. We get a nice engage, and this is what I mean. You can't charge and then melee anymore. It's so annoying. I lose my whole health bar for that because I don't play Abrams enough to remember that. I think I do that a couple times this game. It's really annoying. You used to be able to charge somebody into the wall and get a free punch off, whereas now if you charge somebody to the wall, you just have to shoot them. You can't melee. You can get a quick melee in, but that's it. Until you upgrade, I believe, your 2 ability to level 2 to get the 0.5 increased duration, you can't get that combo off, which sucks because like that used to be like his core combo. She's getting very aggressive here, but I have enough sustain that I can just punch these minions under wave and under tower, I mean, and get away with it. Looks like she took my jungle camp there, so we're going to go ahead and just quickly go by. She's still poking us. We get the extra regen just to sustain. At this point, like I've just been forced to buy a lot of utility, so I don't have much damage. She makes it. What is she doing? I don't know why I just parried just then. I meant to punch, but we should be able to kill her here, surely. She's still chasing me. What is she doing? Does actually get me. Oh my god. Okay, I played this game a couple days ago. I thought for sure she would die there. If you were paying attention, she kept chasing me and I was expecting her to run, but she just never did. She just committed for the 1-for-1. So I was like expecting her to leave, which is why I didn't back up. If I had just backed up, she dies to the tower there. I definitely misplayed that. I should have like spaced a little bit better and just shot her instead of trying to melee. Or if I had have also just parried that final punch of hers at the end. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pick up Spirit Strike. So that gives you a bunch of melee damage, gives us more burst damage on our melee, gives us spirit resistance with the shield, as well as it takes away the enemy spirit resistance whenever we do hit them with the melee. So now that we have that, we're going to look to get a lot more aggressive here. We're going to want to start pushing waves in, try to see if we can get her to engage on us, or either, follow up on our own engage with a 2 into the wall and, learn from our mistakes and not punch straight away this time. We're also going to be able to survive her poke a bit better here because we have a lot more life steal, or I guess health regen. She's stepping up here, she's not paying attention, so I try to catch her, but I don't quite have the range, but she's going to come forward again. So now that we have our ultimate, we can also combo with that, get a bunch of damage off. She doesn't parry us there, she definitely could have. We need to keep in mind as well is she can parry on the ultimate until that gets either duration extender or upgraded to increase the stun duration. But we can go ahead and heal up most of the damage she just did to us, start regenning, start proccing our melee lifesteal. Now that we've got her pushed into tower, we can also start looking to steal some of her farm. Unfortunately, she is going to just punch it though, so we'll just back off here. Just going to keep on farming. Oh, she steps up here. Oh, we make the mistake of going for a punch there and we get parried. We manage to stun her, and again I go for a punch and get parried again. This game is a very rough start. It's a lot of what not to do on Abrams. I haven't played on post nerf, so I'm just too punch heavy. When I need to stop, I need to relax and just shoot more, and then wait till we either get duration extend or buff our shoulder charge so that we can get the duration extension on that one. We're going to go ahead and pick up stamina here and then head back into lane. And she's playing a little far forward here, so we could potentially look to punish her, but more than likely we're just going to go ahead and pick up the wave. I am playing a little far forward there because I don't have the tower, but she is sitting back, she's not very aggressive, so I'm able to just steal a bunch of souls off of her, which is lucky. And she's still just letting me steal souls, so I'm just sitting back again, like I'm not even looking to push the wave in, I'm just kind of poking her a little, stealing souls, and we get a bunch of farm out of her there. I do need to be careful though, because she could potentially try to make a play on my right here, but more than likely she's going to roam. So I want to push this in as quick as I can to potentially go help out the blue lane. Don't see much happening there, so I'm going to go ahead and push this wave, look to either farm some jungle camps or back off and buy. She's back in lane now, so we just got to be careful of that. Looks like our team is actually coming to help us here, which is huge. I'm going to try and make a play on her here so we can catch her. I missed the stun, which is tragic. Luckily, he gets his ult off. I also ult. And Infernus ults. But she just lives through all of it with her ultimate, which is something we weren't thinking about. I know personally I've really not versed Yamato much, so I wasn't even thinking about like our ultimate. I wasn't even thinking about the ultimate not being able to do anything there. But looks like they're going to go ahead and take the Guardians. I'm going to back off here and just go catch the blue wave. So we get 2 waves here, and then I'm going to look to farm all this jungle that we have around us and try to get some souls to be able to catch up, because I'm about average here. Realistically, I should have a big lead here. There's a lot of kills that I should have gotten and heaps of misplays that I make. You can see here I'm just constantly sliding back in between each shot to get an extra shot from the infinite ammo you get while sliding. But then we get Vindicta and Yamato coming into the wave, so I'm going to back up. I'm going to go ahead and take the jungle camp in the blue lane while I wait for them to push the wave in. And then once they do that, I will go collect the wave as well. Okay, unfortunately it looks like the Dynamo has come to also get the wave. It's past 10 minutes, so we start sharing souls now, which sucks, but oh well.
We need help on green. There's 3.
Should be able to look to siege the Guardian. Looks like Yamato is in purple. Vindicta does come to blue, but I think I'll be fine to just take this. It's low enough, and she won't have enough damage early game that I can just take it. Although I don't have a wave, so I do actually need to back up here.
No help for you?
Okay, we got what, 3,600, so definitely want to look to buy here. Go ahead and break these crates as well, so we get anything else. So we're going to go ahead and pick up a melee charge and berserker. Okay, so what melee charge does is it gives us, flat weapon damage, you get some bonus health, which is nice, as well as health regen, but it gives us 40% heavy melee distance, which really helps us for actually hitting the punches when people are at range, as well as it gives us 20% heavy melee damage, and it fully relays through gun, I believe, like every 8 or 9 seconds. And then berserker gives us bullet resistance, gives us ammo, and 10% weapon damage, but the main thing with that one is as you take sustained damage, it stacks up, so the more damage you take, the more damage we deal. Basically, I believe you can get up to 10 stacks. It lasts 10 seconds if you don't build another stack in that time, and it's 110 damage taken to actually stack that item up. So basically what this does is it gives us increased range and damage to be able to get into a fight, and then once we're in a fight we get more damage the more damage we take as well, which is great because our next couple items are going to make us really tanky. And in order to save up for those next couple of items, we're going to need to farm a whole bunch. So after taking that wave, we're going to go ahead and get the tier 1 jungle camp, and then we're going to rotate over and hit some crates, going to get another jungle camp, and then from there we're going to probably look to go back to our purple lane and get the wave that Yamato's pushing in, depending on what she does. At this point of the game, even though I played it so poorly early game and kills that I should have gotten I failed to get, I'm actually equal on gold, if not slightly ahead of Yamato. I think I'm technically like a couple hundred ahead because she just hit 12k. And I can now go ahead and collect the wave. And by the time I kill this wave, the next one's going to be coming. So then I get to take that wave as well. In this case, for some reason, I got scared and decided I didn't want to take that next wave, but you would normally take it. I don't really know what I was thinking at this time, as, this is kind of like me commentating it after. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pick up Torment Pulse. Gives us a bunch of HP and does AoE damage around us every 1.5 seconds, which is really nice. And then second, I am going to go ahead and pick up Bullet Shed Resistor. So this one makes it so that our abilities make the enemy take more damage from bullets, which is nice. As well as that, we're going to pick up Duration Extender to make our 2 charge last longer. It's going to make our stuns last longer. It's going to make our ult last longer, our 1 healing last longer. Like all around, it's just a really good item. Ideally here, if you can pick up any kind of Spirit Resist or armor resist, you should, but my green slots are full and we don't have any flex slots, so it's the only choice I had. You can see here the 7 just comes charging in at me and thinks he's a lot stronger than he actually is, and we get him down really low. I missed the trail. If you were paying attention, you just barely saw him go under the bridge through the veil, whereas I missed that, and I definitely could have killed him there, but again, I make another mistake. I also could have ulted earlier and I probably would have killed him. I also, instead of going to the right of the bridge, I could have gone to the left and I would have killed him. I made a lot of mistakes this game, and I still managed to absolutely hard carry as I start to pick it up in the mid game and play like a human being, believe it or not. And we're going to go ahead and catch the green wave after just rotating through. Looks like someone's already taken it. There's a lot of them pushing green here, so I'm just going to sit back, try and steal their souls, and wait for the wave to push into me, although they do come charging at me, so I'm going to back up. Gets a good punch off on me there, but he's not really got any follow-up, and I've got the team rotating over now to help me, so we might be able to get a good fight off here. We'll see. Looks like they're just backing up. Hopefully Infernus will be able to engage behind them. I mean, ideally I would go in here, but I don't have anything to gap close just yet, and my ultimate's down, so there's not a lot I can do. So we go ahead and just catch the wave and try to catch the next one and siege this tower if we can. The slime's getting pretty low here. He's just letting me hit him for free. He has cube up, luckily, or else I would have killed him there for sure. But now that that's down, I could potentially go in on him again here. Let's see what he's doing. Looks like he's just backing up. So we go ahead and take the wave and then look to push this tower. Yamato is coming and the slime actually has stuck around. We'll just go ahead and jump out. And Dicta's come as well. So we're getting a lot of pressure here. Ideally, our team would be pushing blue and purple here. For some reason, they're not. It looks like two of them are basing right now. Inverness did push yellow, but the other two have now gone and started a fight in mid. They're all just sitting in the mid. It looks like there's a good chance we could win this. I'm going to rotate over and see if we can help. Seems like everyone's just run away. Should be able to actually catch the slime here. He is cube up again, but he's got nowhere to go. Oh, he gets saved. 7 gets him out. We could still potentially chase him down here. My ult's back up. I don't have my 2. It looks like they're going to stick around there. He's 1. He's dead. 7 makes the mistake of just running at me. He mistimes the parry. He should be dead here too. We can charge him into the wall. Just barely finish him off. So I managed to get a couple kills there. Died on a 3-kill streak. And we're up to 16k gold. It would have been nice if we didn't die there. We kind of, overcommitted. But at that point, it was like I was dead either way. So I may as well just stick with it. Life Strike is absolutely huge for us. It gives us a bunch of HP, it gives us bullet resistance, we get more melee damage, but most of all we get a 60% slow that we can apply basically every 5 seconds, so it lasts 3 seconds, and we heal like crazy. It heals for 55% of our melee damage done, plus 110. This item is absolutely insane for us in terms of what we need as a character. It gives us everything we could possibly want. Unfortunately, I ended up having some issues with the recording, so I missed about a minute or so of footage here. But essentially what happened was we pushed the green wave, we took the final Guardian to unlock the flex slot, as well as the second Walker to unlock the second one, and just got some gold. So we're going to go ahead and buy a healing booster here. Obviously on Abrams you heal for a crazy amount, so getting the healing booster for the increased percentage of healing, as well as reducing the effects of healing reduction is huge for us. But again, we're just going to keep farming. We've got a decent soul lead. We're pretty much tied with Yamato still at this point, but all we need to do is keep getting a couple more items, get some resistances, and we'll be pretty much unkillable. Even at this point of the game, if we get in a fight with most people, we should be fine to be able to win it, as long as it's a 1v1 or we have some help. So because of that, I don't feel afraid to go ahead and push up here and start to put some pressure on. Yamato's trying to poke me up, I don't mind. I'm just trying to secure the souls, get to steal a couple of hers there, and then look to get jungle camps or make a play somewhere. They do actually try going on me here, but I have so much mobility that I can just run away from it and disengage. I actually stuck around long enough that my team has had the chance to rotate over. So I was thinking about going in there, but there's no real point. Just getting poked out a lot. Looks like their Vindictors come over as well. Until we have somebody that can really CC them in place, it's kind of hard for me to get on them. Because even if I ult on them, they're going to have so much disengage because we've not forced their mobility. If I can get onto them without having to use any of my engage, it's really good. Because otherwise they're just going to use their stamina or their durabilities to get away from me.
They can't hide forever.
Push blue, push blue. Hit this Walker.
You can see here I've gone behind them. I'm able to get onto them without anyone stopping me. Saying that, kind of end up in an awkward 1v1 here against Shiv, who does use his parry. Miss my ultimate on him, which is unfortunate. Miss a melee. Get him to 1 HP and finally managed to kill him. Hopefully now that we've killed him, we'll be able to go help out the rest of the team, because they were fighting in purple. Although now we've got the slime boy. Coming for a fight as well. Looks like he's just going to back up, so we'll secure the souls. There's still the people behind me. I actually kind of forgot about them at this point. I kind of get ditched by my team here. I don't know. It's kind of like I should have remembered they were there and looked at the map to have seen that my team didn't come. But at the same time, my team also seemed to have forgotten they were there and just walked away. So we got absolutely destroyed there. Next item we're going to pick up is Return Fire, which is huge. This item gives us a bunch of HP as well as other stats, but the main part of it that we care about is the activatable item slot. So what it does is it makes it so that whenever enemies shoot us, they receive 70% of the damage done to us to them. And if they use abilities, they receive 30% of the ability damage done to us to them. So when we go in and we're getting focused by the whole team, this item is huge to make sure that we're dealing heaps of damage. This item is also really good against people that rely on healing to sustain themselves, because when they're shooting me, they're going to be taking damage as well, which is going to mitigate a lot of the healing they receive. The next item we're going to pick up is Point Blank, which again gives us some more weapon damage, gives us another stamina slot, as well as 15% bullet resistance, and this item makes it so that we do plus 45% weapon damage when we're within 15 meters of them, and applies a 25% slow whenever we shoot them, and that slow lasts for, I think it's like 2.25 seconds, something like that. So this item's really good at just dealing more damage when we get close, as well as helping us stay on top of the enemies. Okay, now that we're done pushing out this wave, I can see that my team has started fighting, and a couple of them have died, so I'm going to rotate over to see if I can clean up any kills, and we managed to perfectly time catching this Ivy off guard, and thanks to us having the upgraded duration on our 2, we can actually charge somebody into a wall, stun them, and get a punch off, which gets us a free kill on the Ivy. I can see that my Infernus was trying to chase down the Vindicta, so I tried to help him out, but she's already gone, so we're just going to go ahead and catch this wave, catch the next one, get some of the jungle camps around here, and then look to fight. Although it looks like my Infernus is going to beat me to it, considering he probably has a ricochet at this point of the game. It's not really worth me trying to farm the wave as much as I would have liked to have gotten that one, so I'm just going to go ahead and just go straight to the jungle camps. It looks like our team is about to fight. Our wardens come in and there's a Yamato, and it looks like there's a Shiv coming as well. Our whole team's rotating over. 7's here as well now, so we're definitely going to have a fight. Ideally here I want to get a nice charge off on somebody. The Yamato props her ultimate, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get her low on us so we can kill her coming out of that. I should activate my return fire here. When I get stunned, I took a lot of damage there, but I just didn't activate it. We get it off just then. I'm going to kite back a little bit so I can try and wait for my cooldowns on my items so I can heal. My Dynamo gets a huge ult off, so I'm going to go ahead and ult over to him to try to help him. He gets another big ult off, so we're just able to clean up all these kills. There's 2. Get both of those guys low. There's the next one. Ivy just barely lives. I just got to sustain, play a little slower. Get some health back so we can go in again. Try to finish the Ivy. She gets cubed. She comes out of the cube. She just will not die. There we go. Okay, so we can finish the slime off. Looks like he's just barely going to escape us. Although we have our 2 coming up soon, but he can punch himself away. So yeah, I think he's good as gone. We'll see. Yeah, no. His punches give him so much mobility. But I think we managed to clean up 4 kills there, which is huge. Got a big soul lead now. We're at 32k. Next closest to us is Yamato and our Dynamo at 28k.
Sit there punching like 3 people, and
you can see we're sitting on almost 11,000 souls now. So we'll go ahead and just clean up these couple of camps around here, and then we'll go ahead and buy. Assuming I can get up this ladder. Nobody's taking this. I've noticed it's one thing, people tend to leave these slot machines alone. They don't realize that you can actually punch them. They give you a lot of souls, as well as on the rooftop. People never collect these crates, and you can easily get souls as well as little upgrades from the urns. And the minions actually respawn down here, so we're going to go ahead and get that. And there's 2 waves coming in blue lane, so I may as well go take that as well. We're getting really greedy here. If the enemy does come for me, you know, I should technically be really fed, but I have a lot of the gold on me. I haven't actually spent it. And it turns out my team just took most of that wave from me anyway, so it would have been worth off me just going to the shop. So we'll go ahead and head over there now and pick up some items. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pick up improved spirit resist. Most of the damage I'm taking so far this game is from spirit damage, and any of the bullet damage that I will be taking, I'll just have already built in. Some bullet resist from the different items I've picked up. I think I have like 30% already, as well as the returned fire will protect me from a lot of that. And I'm more worried about getting CC'd and then bursted by abilities. And then we're also going to pick up superior stamina to help me keep up with enemies, but also engage on them. It can be very hard to actually stay on somebody when they have CC abilities, so having that superior stamina or improved stamina, whatever it is, makes it a lot easier for us to keep up with them. And you can see here, we're going to come straight out of the shop and jump straight on 7. He's out of position here, gets a little greedy, so we're going to go ahead and punish him for it. And you can see the superior stamina is coming in handy already. I'm already able to keep up with him. I probably didn't even need to ult him there. I just kind of did it to guarantee the kill before enemies started coming over here. So now that we've gone ahead and gotten him, we're going to look to farm. We're going to take the enemy's jungle here, probably catch the wave, and see if we can pick anyone else off. No one seems to really be showing on the map or coming for me, so we're just going to keep on farming. Looks like there's stuff upstairs. Here we go. Somebody's just completely forgotten to farm upstairs, so we'll go ahead and take these. I really wish that because I do more melee damage than the average person that I would be able to take these faster, but I can't. I can see the Vindicta is near me on the map, so she might try to come for me. She does run away there. We should be good to just go ahead and take these and we'll... Oh, okay. Ivy's come for us. Completely whiffed the charge. Go ahead and get the melee off on her. She does stun me. Vindictus come back as well. Gonna pop R1 and return fire so we can heal like crazy right now. Just keep punching them. The Shiv pops his parry, so I'm free to punch him. I'm trying to go for the highest damage here, so I was trying to focus Vindicta. My Infernus has come and helped me as well, which is huge. And we're just sustaining through this whole thing and just punching everyone, and now my whole team's here. And well, we got 3 kills there, 4 kills. That was huge. Now, ideally here we would go ahead and take the mid boss, although I think we end up sieging here. This kind of issue I have a lot at the moment with people learning the game is I don't really call anything. I'm just here to play the game and enjoy it. I'm not going to like force people to do stuff. So unless somebody else calls for the mid boss, I don't tend to go for it. Although I can see Infernus was calling for it. He's on it now. So I will just go ahead and ask the team to come on over now, and then we'll get started on it.
Like stun duration on his 2 ability, it's fucked in laning phase. Like he's get abused.
Can you not guarantee a charge punch anymore?
Nah.
You can see here I'm actually not doing as much damage as I could potentially be doing. What I need to be doing is holding mouse 1 and Q at the same time. And I would be able to get my punch off and then 2 shots in between, because there is a charge up time on your punches from when you can punch next. So I could be maximizing my damage here more. I'm not really sure why I'm not. We go ahead and take that. It looks like most of the enemy is still stuck in their base, so we should be fine to take this mid boss. And you can see the Rejuvenator is coming down, and I have insane timing on this punch it early. So thank God nobody came. Because if I had lost that Rejuvenate after that last fight, that would have been a little tilting. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and quickly buy some items here before we get into a final fight. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up Phantom Strike, just so I can teleport on the people and they have absolutely no chance of getting away from me. Looks like, however, I'm not going to have that issue because, again, they've walked into a small room with me. I did decide to run away there. I kind of underestimated my healing there, but we can go ahead and chase down the Shiv at least. And our team managed to clean up most of the other people. You can see that I got 4 people dead here. We're sieging. We have Rejuvenator. We have, like, what, 2 waves? Almost 3 waves crashing into them. They're pretty much dead here at this point. And I have Phantom Strike, and I've never actually brought this item on Abrams before, so I just didn't even remember I had it and forgot to use it here. I very easily could have killed 7. If you're not aware of what it does, Phantom Strike allows you to teleport onto somebody, and I very much could have used that just then to kill him, but we get him anyway, and our team manages to finish off the last people. Go ahead and take down the shrines, and somebody's now finishing off the patron for me. So I'm kind of just setting up here because they're going to be respawning, so I know we're going to have one more fight before we can actually kill the patron. So I'm getting prepared for people to come out of this door. By setting myself up on the high ground, it means they can't go up there, and then I have to run all the way up there. I'm already up there, and if they go below me, well, I can just drop down on them. I'm also making sure we kill off these couple of minions, but it looks like no one's really coming out. Here we go, one by one. We got Ivy coming out. She knocks everyone up. We've got the Slime running around. We've got Shiv running around. I'm just like spam mailing while somebody finishes off the patron. And that ends up wrapping up the game. So this game was a really bad start. We very easily could have carried this game so much more earlier. But we had a horrible start in laning phase and made a lot of mistakes. But we managed to make a huge comeback mid-game and end up carrying the game. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more educational videos like this, go ahead and leave a comment down below letting me know who you want me to play next. And leave a like and subscribe. Other than that, see ya.